Hello, everyone. Patsy here. Another update from my life. Goodness gracious. I am rewatching my old videos, like super old videos, and I noticed na my lisp when I was still a kid is so evident. Like I cannot hear or I cannot look at myself speaking. Anyways, I'm so excited because I just want to talk to you guys about anything under the sun. It's crazy because I am looking for podcasts that might interest me. It so happens that I am um, looking at my old videos and then I figured, I think I like to hear myself talking. Very narcissist, I know, but apologies for that. I just really wanted to talk about like a lot of things. Ayun. Wait. Okay. Now, it's so cold. It's so cold right now. I don't know why. Super cold. I don't know what the temperature is. I usually just get it from my phone. So I'm really not into the temperature and all that thing. So, the thing is, it's so cold right now. I'm wearing a jacket, even if I'm just in my room. The air conditioner is off, as you can see, because I'm trying to save electricity. Um, so everything is off. It's just me, myself, and I with my jacket that I rarely use because I I don't know. If you're familiar with Warm Bodies, the movie, I'm really like that. I am super warm. Like there are times that my grandmother would typically like ask me, "Are you sick? Cuz you're hot." I know. That's a good pickup line. Anyway, so I'll just remove it cuz it looks awkward in video. It seems like I'm just showing off my jacket. Um so yeah, I have a lot of things to talk about, like discuss things with you. Um, so yeah. So, this is super random. I just want you guys to know more about me. Um, I will do, ano ba to? Facts about me video. And I am picking 14 for the number of questions because that's my favorite number. And yeah, I have here like 50 questions. I'll just go ahead and random choose one. Okay. So the first one, um, zodiac sign. I'm a Sagittarius. Um, I was born in December 14, and yeah, Sagittarius, water sign. I'm really not a fan of those things, and usually female are fond of it, but for me, no. I'm really not into it because maybe I'm a male generally. Next, last song I listened to. This is funny because I literally have my YouTube music here. Um, the last song that I listened to is "Borrowed Time" by Q. That is OG song. But yeah, I love their song, especially the ones with the English lyrics because I don't know, I just can relate to it. Um, instead of ano, um, the Filipino songs, I don't know why, but it's just me. It's just like a my preference. Like for example, for December Avenue, um, I prefer their English songs instead of the Tagalog ones. But the Tagalog ones are the ones that are really close to my heart. But they have a different approach when it comes to English lyrics. So yeah, I have a lot to say. Next, how I feel right now? Ooh, that's an interesting question. Gather your thoughts and sit back. I'll explain what I'm feeling right now. Just kidding. Grab your tissue. This is a tear jerker. No, I'm actually feeling awesome. I feel lighter. Not lighter like the skin color. But I feel like I am so much. I don't know. I don't know if you know that feeling, wherein you just feel like it's so easy to wake up in the morning, do my makeup, and put on something so that I could attend the meeting without looking foolish. So yeah, everything is light, especially now at work. So I would say that I am happy, because that's probably the best um, way to describe it. I'm happy. I'm happier than maybe who I who I was 1 year ago, like when I was um, like in 2021 in general. So I'm happier now. So yeah. Next, favorite movie. It really depends on the genre. Um, but one thing is for sure, I like Passengers. It's a movie recommended to me. That's kind of recent. Actually, it's not recent, but um, yeah, it's one of the newer movies. But if you were to ask me, like all time favorite, my all time favorite would be um, any James Bond movie. I don't look like someone who watches James Bond, but I really love 007. Like the whole thing is just, it amazes me. I like The Matrix, the trilogy. I started rewatching it last year, 2021, and I noticed that because the first time I watched it was when I was a kid, and it's a very different story back then. But now that I'm understanding the words that they're saying, it's crazy. Like, oh my gosh, I missed out on a lot of things. And that's a good thing. Like, for example, there's a movie when you're still a kid and you wish to kind of watch it again. You will have a very different approach to that film, especially now that you can understand words or phrases that they are saying. Okay, I don't know. I'll just go through this list. I don't know what number I was. Um, but yeah, favorite song. Favorite song, hands down, "Thinking of You" by Katy Perry. It's my only favorite song. Every time that I hear it, nostalgia hits. Every time that I hear it once, I have to play it again. Katy Perry is my favorite artist, so definitely my favorite song would come from her. And Thinking of You has this very specific, um, I don't know, it has this specific, like, it has a good tune, it has a good lyrics, but it's something about the way I feel whenever I hear it. So that's the reason why I love that song. That's really my favorite song. Um, Next, three things that upset me. I have a lot. I have a lot of, let's say, pet peeves. I have a lot of those. Number one, hmm, now that I'm thinking about it, um, well, I just don't like know it all people. Um, Not that I hate people that know everything, but because you can feel if someone is just faking that they know something, and if I sense that in you, that's a red flag. Definitely, I'm not gonna divulge like any information because number one, you might tell it to someone else. Um, know it all in Tagalog, isa pa, or another one would be bida bida. That's really, it prickles whenever I encounter someone who's bida bida. Ano pa? Anything that's uneven. I know my room looks messy, but anything that's uneven, anything that's not organized, um, it brings chill to my spine. Next, some of it are not applicable to me, so I'll just skip. Something that's currently worrying me. That's a good question. I have a lot. um, well, I'm not an anxious person, but I tend to overthink. Um, Overthinking is different from anxiety. Um, Overthinking is part of anxiety. Anxiety is not. So you know the drill. You know the gist of it. Um, I tend to overthink because I want to know answers, and that's really how my mind was trained. Way back since when I was in elementary, let's say. Um, my mind is trained to know and gather facts, and if there is something that's been bugging me, like if it doesn't align with the words that you're saying, that's the time that I need to overthink and investigate. Like I will relive the the what do you call that? The scenario, for example, that we are in. So, um, and I have photographic memory, so definitely those things I remember, and I tend to relive it. And if I relive it, that's the time that I am, I don't know, I kind of like, I want everything to make sense, basically. So that's my worry. Like if I keep up with it, like um, if still have it like in the next 5 years, maybe I will be stressed enough, and maybe it could turn into anxiety, which is another worry of mine. um, Next, an embarrassing moment. Oh my gosh. Um, Wait, I am contemplating if I should divulge this information because this video is going to be public. But there's this one time. I'm not going to say where, I'm not going to say how and when, but I pooped. Like, literally. In public. Not in the restroom, no. But yeah, it's a very funny story. My friends know it. And if you happen to know it, that exact story, it means that I am super like close to you, because I had the guts to tell you that freaking story. Um, Next, where I work. I work for Infosys, BPM Limited. I'm well. My main um, my job title is process specialist. Um, but for the client side, I have a very completely different job title. So I'm not gonna divulge the client's name because that is strictly confidential. But it has something to do with YouTube. that's, that's really funny. Way to go. Um, Something that's constantly on my mind. Hmm, that's good. Something that's constantly on my mind. Definitely, there's this someone that I miss every day, and I'm not gonna say the name or who that person is. I'm not even gonna give you the pronoun. But yeah, I miss that person, every day. And I think that's the reason why that person is constantly on my mind. Maybe because I miss that person. So it's so hard. It's so hard. Uh, hmm. My future goals. Oh God, my future goals. Um, I have a lot, and it's funny how I keep on saying I have a lot because really I have a lot of like goals that I've set. So one thing is career development. Anything that has something to do with my career development. Definitely that's my goal for this year, and so much more. That's the only thing that I can say. Um, hmm. Ooh, I like this one. My idea of a perfect date. Hmm. For me, a perfect date is, or a perfect date would happen only if the person you're doing it with is perfect. Perfect in the sense that that person is or he is perfect in your eyes. Because, of course, we have standards. And if our standards are met, then definitely that person is gonna be perfect, diba? Um, so dinner in the movie, cliche, I know, but to me, I think the perfect date is somewhere secluded, like a very, I'd say, hidden forest, something like that, vibe. And I have a lot of those spots in BGC. So, basta there are trees in the background and you're like sitting peacefully with the person that you love. So I think that's the perfect date for me. Nothing fancy, no ribeye, no steak, nothing like that. Just the companionship and the time and effort um, that was given to you. Next, um, number of kids I want. This is funny kasi I have a number in mind, and it's actually my sister who asked me, like, how many kids do you want? I want one or five. One, if, like, because there's a chance that I might not bear kids. Not that I know or not that I haven't checked, pero, syempre, it's part of me that's worrying about it. But yeah, it's either one or if I'm lucky, five. Because I want a lot of kids. That's my thing. I want to be a. I don't know, because I love cheaper by the dozen and having a lot of kids. I know it's stressful, but yeah, it's a goal of mine. Um, it's not a goal, but yeah. So, what else? Do you speak any other language? Um, I can speak English, Filipino, a little bit of Nihongo because I took that up as an elective when I was in high school. A little bit of Spanish. Um, well, I can understand some words that are Spanish, of course, because I'm Filipino. Like, most of our words are Spanish din naman. Um, Tiny bit of Russian and French because I just happen to, come across like people who are speaking that language, and I tend to talk to them a lot. So I kind of get yung gestures, mannerism, and how they speak. So definitely those two. So I have or I know a lot of languages. Um, it's just that I really didn't practice enough for me to be fluent. So After English, I think Nihongo is the the next thing that I know. Um, Example. Okay. Mm, Hajime mashite, watashi desu. Dosu yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I don't know if you understand a thing I said, but yeah, it rolls down my tongue. So, I think that's it. This is a very interesting game. I will upload more of these videos so that um, I could hear myself speaking. I don't know, it's therapeutic. Um, the narcissist in me says so. So, yeah, that's it. Bye.